Okay, you might want to tighten the lug nuts on, a couple lug nuts on here to keep this from moving, because what you're going to be doing is compressing the caliper piston, which is inside here, and be raising the caliper up, and this will wobble on you if you don't tighten it down some. Okay, I have a 6-inch C-clamp, and this end is pushing against the pad, and the back end back here is resting on the caliper housing. You just want to compress caliper piston enough to where you'll be able to take this away from the brake shoes or brake pads. Next, I'll be taking this caliper bolt completely out. Okay, removing the bolt. Not a very big one. Next, you want to just pull this caliper away from the pads like that and tie it back. Take an old pad as a compression piece, and what you want to do is make sure that piston is all the way back and its travels. Push it all the way back in. Nice and flush. I'm going to go ahead and take these mounting clips loose. And it wouldn't hurt to take a little wire brush, clean these little grooves out just a little bit. Okay, now that you've got these cleaned out a little bit, or put a very thin coating of grease. Doesn't like the fingers. Save my battery, I'm going to do the backside off camera. After putting a very thin coating of grease, you need to put brake pad shoe retainer bracket on. Make sure they're down good. You would think that the grease would go inside here where the shoe rides, but it could be they just want a little grease back here for squeaks. I don't know. Now's the time to go ahead and put your brake pads on, and they just go right in fairly easily. Snap right in there, and then the back one. Now, if you've done your job properly, you should be able to loosen the piston assembly, caliper piston, and rotate it right back down over the brake shoe pads. I don't know why I call them shoes, old habits. And now's the time, comes the time to put the bottom bolt back in. Okay, you can now put your bottom caliper bolt back in. It has a torque of 25 foot-pounds. If you don't have a torque wrench, you can always put it on just as tight as you took it off. When you hear that, you know you're done. Next thing that needs to be done is remove these nuts, lug nuts, put your tire back on, lower the vehicle to the ground, slowly push the brake pedal. Do not start the car. Slowly push the brake pedal to the floor. Stop about halfway. Wait about 15 seconds and go the other half. Because what has happened is all the brake fluid is up into the master cylinder now. And you need to get that brake fluid back down to this caliper. So if you were to take off and push on the brakes, they're going to go to the floor. They're not going to stop. So you need to very slowly build that pedal back up to where it should be. And then, according to the shop manual, you need to go and burnish these in, which involves finding some less traveled road and doing about 30 miles an hour, then slowly applying the brakes to a complete stop, not jamming them on hard. And do that about, I think they said, 20 times. That will burnish your pads in. I want to thank everybody for subscribing. I want to thank everybody for watching these videos. And until the next video, this is Steve AZ, 7-Eleven. I hope all your car repairs go very well, and bye for now.